right, guys, let's do this. The Thanksgiving race. And yes, we are live on YouTube. Novice, you guys are going to be up first. Sean Schmidt, Dennis Ramsey, and Harrison. Also, guys, you remember what I said? Snack Shack will be open just for the first 2 rounds. And then she'll be closing right after the second round. I thought it was the first round, but it'll be the second round. My term marshals are going to be Mike McFarland, Mason McCombs, William, Billy Easton, and Rick Jordan. Or Jordan Rick, sorry. Just take one. Yeah, just take like that one right there. Yeah. Check it across that line real quick. See if it works. All right, we're good. I got you. All right, guys, you should be bringing them on out. Term marshals, you guys should be coming on out. All right, my drivers are out here. Mike McFarland, Billy Easton. There we go. There you go. Thank you, Billy. Jordan Rick. Hey, Jordan, I can actually use you in another race if you want to sit this one out. Huh? Right on the other side of the driver's stand right there. There we go. All right, novice, race number 1 out of 6. Round 1, Sean Schmidt. You are going on the horn in lesson 5. Dennis Ramsey. And Harrison. And I gave him enough room. And we're off in race number 1, round 1. It's going to be the race between Sean and Dennis Ramsey. Oh, he took him out. Look at that. Coming up on that 1 down and 3 to go. It is Harrison Davis in the lead right now on 11 lap, 421 pace. He's in that buggy right there. Sean Schmidt in that white and orange short course. And Dennis Ramsey in that third spot in that white short course. 2:35 to go in this race. Come on, give it a little oomph. You got it. And is Dennis already out? Yep, Dennis is out of the race. Coming up on that 2-minute mark, it's still Harrison Davis and Sean Schmidt. That's the last two. Harrison on 11 lap pace. Sean on a 10 lap. Sean with a 27.2 and Harrison Davis with a 26.6. And look at that, 19.4 for Harrison Davis. Up next will be Stock Truck, Mike Olds, Brian Miller, and Iggy Schmidt. Look at that turn marshal work. And right now we're at that 1 minute mark. 1 minute to go. Come on, Sean, you got it. Keep the eye straight. Oh, man. "30 seconds to go." There. Oh, look at that. Good job. Good job, Sean. 10 seconds. Oh, man. Let's do this lap without hitting anything. Last lap. Make it count. Race is over. Keep going until I tell you done. Let's see what... Oh. Yeah. All right. Last turn without hitting anything. Sean, you're done. Congratulations. And just waiting for Harrison. And race is over. Harrison takes the victory, sets early TQ. 12 laps, 4:19. Sean, you finished your race 10 laps in 4:16. Good job, Sean. Iggy and Dennis should be sons, and both have the orange shirt. All right, race number 2 out of 6. This is Stock Truck. Just waiting for Iggy to check in and waiting for my turn marshals. I also need one volunteer, please. Dennis, you're missing. Look at that. Matches the shirt. It's a Smith rarity. Matches the shirt. All right, look, waiting for my two turn marshals. Let's see. Harrison's out there. Dennis waiting for you. And Sean. And one volunteer, please. One volunteer. You can stay right there, Dennis. Right by the driver's stand right there. Need one more volunteer. Need one more turn marshal, please. One turn marshal. I need one. Thank you. Right at the other end. Thank you. Iggy, you're not counting. Really? Iggy, cross the line? Oh. What, did you forget to put the transponder in? And this race is sponsored by the Dennis Ramsey Orange Shirt Express. Iggy's already a buyer. Look, Iggy's already purchased one. Yep. That's your real son, right? Look at that. Father like son. There we go. All right, we're checked in, guys. Let's bring him on up. Iggy. But no one has the matching lighter. See that? All right. Race number 2 out of 6, stock truck. Mike Olds, you are going on the horn in less than 5. Brian Miller. Iggy. And we're off. Race number 2 out of 6. Oh, that had to have been Mike. Yep. And Sean. Even the truck body matches in the back. New race team. Team Ramsey. And coming up on that one down and 4 to go, Brian Miller right now up into the lead with a 15-lap 5:09 pace. Mike Olds in second with a 14-lap 5:05 pace. Iggy Schmidt in third. 14 laps and 5:12. That's his pace. Right now, Iggy now moves up into the second spot. Mike Olds down into third. Iggy with that 20.1 lap, last lap around. Still, Mike Olds still holds the fastest lap in this race with a 19.5 that last lap. He had a 19.7, but that 19.5 moves him up in the second. Now Iggy with a 19.7 moves up in the second. Mike Olds down in the third. Right now, Iggy Schmidt in second. He's only 6 seconds back off of first behind Brian Miller. And we're coming up on that 2 down, 3 to go. And Iggy Schmidt right now only 1 second back off the leader behind Brian. Brian in that black and orange stadium truck. Mike Olds in the blue and green. And Iggy in the orange, white, and blue. And Iggy now up into the lead. 19 flat last lap around. That is the fastest lap in this race. 19 flat. And right now we're at that 2-minute mark. It is Brian Miller and your leader, Iggy Schmidt second, and Mike Olds in the third spot. Up next will be race number 3, four-wheel drive. Dakota Giles, Brian Miller, and Jordan Rick. Brian hit that loose stuff right there on the side and spun out. 1:30 to go. Iggy Schmidt, new fast lap. Lap number 10 with a 19 flat. Mike Olds, though, had a 19.2. Right now, Iggy in that second spot right now with 1 minute to go, 4 seconds back off the leader. And with that, the leader being upside down, that could draw in Iggy Schmidt. And there it is, Iggy Schmidt right now in the lead. But Brian right there took it right back. 30 seconds to go. Caution going down the back straight. Race is over. Keep going until I tell you're done. Iggy, you're done. Mike, you're done. And Brian, you're done. Brian Miller taking victory, setting early TQ with 15 laps and 5:15. Iggy coming in second with 14 laps. And Mike Olds with 14 laps as well. All right, that's it for race number 2. Race number 3, modified, our four-wheel drive buggy. You guys are up. Also going to need 2 volunteer turn marshals for this race. I need 1 for Brian Miller, and I need 1 for whoever. right, need 2 more turn marshals, guys. Need 2 more turn marshals. Need 2 volunteers. All right, thank you, buddy. I need 1 more. I need 1 more turn marshal. Right there at the other end of the driver's stand. Appreciate it. And we got it all. We got the whole track covered now. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. All right, got all my drivers checked in. Turn marshals are there, ready to rock. All right, race number 3 out of 6, 4-wheel drive. Dakota Giles, you are going on the horn in less than 5. Brian Miller. Rick Jordan, or Jordan Rick, sorry. And we're off. Race number 3 out of 6, modified buggy. Oh, and Iggy just... Oh. And right now, it is Jordan Rick right now in the lead. Last lap, 18.7 for him. Brian Miller in second. And Dakota Giles in third. Coming up on that 1 down and 4 to go. You heard her, less than 4 to go. Jordan Rick right now on a 16-lap, 5:04 pace. Brian Miller on a 15-lap, now a 14-lap, 5:05 pace. And Dakota Giles in third on a 13-lap, 5:07 pace. And Jordan Rick follows with 18.9 last lap. Right now coming up on that 2 down and 3 to go. It still is Jordan Rick, your leader. You heard her, less than 3 to go. Brian Miller in that second spot. Dakota Giles, though, right behind Brian Miller for second. So there's a battle right there between second and third. 2:45 to go in this race. Jordan Rick, though, keep laying down those 18-second laps. Should be just over a 20, 22.9 in the last lap. And right now we're coming up on that 3 down and 2 to go. We're coming up on that 2-minute mark. And right now we're at that 2-minute mark. It's still Jordan Rick, Brian Miller, and Dakota Giles. That's the running order so far. We got 1 under the driver's stand. $130 to go. Up next is race number 4. That will be Stock Buggy. Mike McFarland, Vince McMahon, Nelson Marsh, and Jim Anderson. You guys are up next. Less than 1 to go. Less than 1 to go. Yeah. Oh, it's just killing me. And who is that? Somebody's out. Nope, they're not. 20 seconds to go. Ten seconds. Oh, man. Mouth is killing me. Race is over. Keep going until I tell you done. Dakota, you're done. Brian, you're done. And Jordan Rick, you're done. Jordan Rick takes the victory, sets early TQ at 15 laps and 5:10. Brian Miller coming in second with 13 laps, and Dakota Giles third with 12 laps. That is it for race number 3. Right now it's race number 4, stock buggy. Also, guys, remember, like I said, Snack Shack is open for this round and the second round only, so get your food and drinks while you can. See, you got Jordan Rick out there. I'm also going to need one volunteer term marshal for this race as well, then we should be clear. My drivers are checked in, waiting for my term marshals. Let's see. Jordan Rick's out there. Brian Miller is coming out. And Dakota Giles. I need one more. Need one more. One more term marshal to cover the other end of the driver's stand. Guys, I need one more term marshal. One more. My drivers are checked in. Thank you, Travis. All right, we're ready to rock. All right, stock buggy race number 4 out of 6. Mike McFarland, you are going on the horn in less than 5. Vince, Nelson, Jim, and we're off. Race number 4 to 6, stock buggy. We got one right here. Caution coming around the first turn, and we're clear. With 4:05 left in the race, it is right now Jim Anderson, your leader, with an 18-lap 5:17 pace. Mike McFarland in second with a 17-lap 5:04 pace. Vince in third on a 17-lap 5:16 pace. And Nelson Marsh in fourth on a 16-lap 5:14 pace. 3:45 to go in this race. and Jim Anderson with a 17-2 last lap. .320 to go. It's Jim Anderson still leading him on. Mike McFarland, 17-4 last lap for Mike McFarland. But Jim Anderson had a 17-3. And right now we are coming up on that 3-minute mark. Jim Anderson, 16-9. So Jim is hooked. Less than 3 to go. Mike McFarland, though, was right there with a 17 flat. Six. 2:30 to go in this race. Up next will be race number 5, independent stock buggy. Travis Marenshaw, Mike Olds, Dakota Giles, Brian Miller, Blaine Carrick, Tony Carrick, and Iggy Schmidt. And right now, Vince only 1 second back off of second behind Mike McFarland. And right now, we're at that 2-minute mark. And Vince McMahon now moves up into second. Nelson Marsh also moves into third. Mike McFarland drops to fourth. He's having flashbacks with that paper guy. He's post-traumatic Facebook. .120 to go. 120 to go. It's still Jim, though. Last lap, 17-3. He is on fire well on an 18-lap, 5:13 pace. And we have one caught on the pipe there. Less than 1 to go. Less than 1 to go. It's still Jim, Vince, Nelson, and Mike McFarland. Oh, it's back to 30 seconds. 20 seconds. Five seconds. Race is over. Keep going until I tell you you're done. Keep going. Mike McFarland, you're done. Vince, you're done. Nelson, you're done. And there he is, Jim. Everybody's done. Jim Anderson taking the victory, setting early TQ at 18 laps and 5:13. Nelson Marsh coming in second with 17 laps and 5:12. And Mike McFarland coming in third, 16 laps and 5:05. right, just waiting for Dakota Giles to check in. Brian Miller, check in. All right, there's Dakota. There's Travis. There's Tony. Blaine, check in. Brian Miller, check in. Oh, he's still on. He's still coming in. Okay. He's over there. He's getting his car on. Everybody's checked in. Term marshals, let's see. Mike McFarland. Missing. Vince McMahon's out there. Nelson Marsh is out there. Jim Anderson's out there. Just waiting for Mike McFarland. Right. Oh, my mouth. Oh, my back tooth, man. It's killing me. All right. Independent stock buggy. Race number 5 out of 6. Travis Marenshaw. You are going on the horn in less than 5. Mike Olds. Dakota Giles. Brian Miller. Blaine Carrig, Tony Carrig, and Iggy. And we're off. Race number 5 out of 6. And right now we're coming up on that 1 down and 4 to go. It is Tony right now in the lead on a 17-lap 5:14 pace. Travis Marenshaw in second on a 16-lap 5:06 pace. Iggy Schmidt in that third spot on a 16-lap 5:10 pace. Brian in that fourth spot. Mike Olds in fifth. Blaine in sixth. And Dakota in seventh. And Iggy now moves up into the lead. Travis Marenshaw in second and Tony in the third spot. 3:30 to go. Right now, top 5 are all within just a few seconds. Hey, Jim Anderson, we got one caught right there in the pipe. Thank you. And right now, we're coming up on that 2 down and 3 to go. It's Iggy, Travis, Tony, Mike, Brian, Blaine, and Dakota. And we have less than 3 to go. Iggy last lap 18.4. Tony in that now in the second spot. Tony right now only 6 seconds back off the leader. Last lap for Tony was an 18 flat, fastest lap in this race. And Travis also has an 18 flat as well, but Tony was just a 10th faster. So it is Iggy, Tony, Travis Marenshaw, Brian, Mike Olds, Blaine, and Dakota. That's the running order with 2 minutes to go. Iggy last lap 18.7. Travis last lap 18.1. Top two. Huh? And Travis Marenshaw now moves up into the lead. Iggy down in the second. 1:15 to go in this race. Top three right now are all on a 16-lap pace. Iggy Schmidt right now 5 seconds back off the leader. Tony 4 seconds back off of second behind Iggy. Less than one to go. Iggy Schmidt now only 3 seconds back off the leader. .25 seconds to go. Travis Marenshaw right now 1 second above Iggy. Iggy 1 second back. Both are laying down 18-second laps. Tony in that third spot. Tony right now 10 seconds back off the top two. And Iggy took the lead. Races over. Keep going until I tell you done. You got one on the pipe right here. Keep going. Track is hot. Travis, you're done. Mike Olds, you're done. Dakota, you're done. Brian Miller, Iggy, you're done. Blaine, you're done. And just waiting for Tony. Do not drive the cars reverse down coming back. Everybody's done. Iggy Schmidt taking the victory. 16 laps in 5:09. Travis Marenshaw taking second. 16 laps in 5:16. And Tony Carey coming in third. 16 lap 5:18. Followed by Brian, Mike, Blaine, and Dakota. Up next is the last race of the first round. Is Mike McFarland going to make this race? Billy, can you check in? Thank you. Jordan, can you check in? William, check in. Just waiting for Jordan Rick. And is Mike McFarland going to make it? There he is. Excellent. All right, guys, race number 6 out of 6. Last race of the first round. Mike McFarland, you are going on the horn in less than 5. Mason, William, Billy, and Jordan. And we're off. Race number 6 out of 6. Last race of round number 1. Remember also, guys, Miss Heidi will be closing up during the second round, so get your food and drinks while she is open. And caution going down the back straight. We're clear. We got one right here all upside down. Thank you. One down and less than 4 to go now is Mike McFarland in the lead on an 18-lap, 5:12 pace. Billy Easton right now is 5 seconds back off the leader on an 18-lap, 5:17 pace. Mason McCombs right now is now up into the lead. Billy Easton now in second and Mike McFarland in third. Jordan Rick in fourth. And William in fifth, 3:35 to go. Billy Easton now up into the lead with the 16.6 last lap. Mason McCombs had a 16.8 and then followed with a 17 flat. Both Billy and Mason right now are on a 18-lap pace. Mason McCombs right now 4 seconds back off the leader. And Mike McFarland in that third spot on a 17-lap pace. New fast lap for in this race set by Billy Easton in the last lap, 16.4. 2 down, less than 3 to go. And now Jordan Rick now up into third. Mike McFarland down into fourth. Mike right now, Mike McFarland 1 second back off of third behind Rick. And there it is, Mike McFarland now back up in the third. Jordan Rick in fourth. William in that fifth spot. And right now we are at that 2-minute mark. Last lap for Billy, 16.9. Mason last lap, 16.8. That's your top two. Mike McFarland last lap was an 18 flat. And Mason McCombs right now only 2 seconds back off the leader behind Billy Easton. $1:15 to go. And right now we're at that 1-minute mark. We're at the 1-minute mark. Billy Easton, new fast lap, 16.3. He is now back up in the 18-lap club. Both Billy Easton and Mason McCombs laying down 16-second laps. And we're... Oh, that was 20 seconds. Five seconds. Race is over. Keep going until I tell you you're done. Mason, you're done. Mike, you're done. Jordan, you're done. William, you're done. And Billy Easton, you're done. Billy Easton taking victory, setting early TQ at 18 laps and 5:11. Mason McCombs coming in second with 17 laps and 5:03. And Mike McFarland taking third, 15 laps and 5:09. Jordan Rick in fourth, and William in fifth. All right, 7:55 right now. At 8:05, we'll go into the second round. All right, get a couple more laps in, and then I'm going to shut it down because we're going to go into round number 2. All right, finish the lap you're on. All right, guys, let's start. Let's do this. Round number 2, race number 1. Novice, Dennis Ramsey, Sean Schmidt, and Harrison Davis. Yeah, that's fine. You can check it in right here while you're... Term marshal should be Mike McFarland, Mason McCombs, William, Billy Easton, and Jordan Rick. All right, just waiting for Harrison to check in. And I need one more turn marshal. One more turn marshal. One more turn marshal. All right, thank you. All right, looks like we're ready to rock. All right, round number 2, race 1. Time to beat is 12 laps and 4:19, set by Harrison Davis. That will be the time to beat. Harrison, you are going on the horn in less than 5. Sean. Dennis. And we're off. Race number 1 out of 6 in round 2. That's Sean. Oh, man. And one down, and right now it is less than 3 to go. Excuse me. And right now it is Harrison in the lead, and he is ahead of his original TQ by 14 seconds. Now 18 seconds. He is currently right now on a 12-lap 401 pace. Sean, you're in second on the 10-lap 408 pace. Also, guys, if you want anything from the concessions, get it now. Miss Heidi's going to be closing up really shortly. And right now, whoa, that was almost bad. When we're at less than 2 to go, and Sean, you're under the driver's stand. Go now. Oh. You're that close. That close. Straighten it out. Go. The pipe helped you there. Kept you in the lane. I knew you were going to nail him. And we're coming up on that 1 minute mark. There you go, Sean. There you go. Nice little turn. There you go. Less than 1 to go. Nice and smooth, Sean. Look. I think so too. That was the wind. "30 seconds to go." Oh, man. Almost. If it wasn't for that gust of wind. 15 seconds to go. Everybody's rooting you on, Sean. Dennis, I thought that was you out there. Oh, race is over. Keep going until I tell you you're done. And Sean, nice. There we go. Nice little turn, Sean. Look at that. Sean, you're done. Dennis, you're done. And Harrison, you're done. Harrison Davis takes the victory, sets new TQ. 12 laps and 4:16, 3 seconds ahead of it. Sean Smith comes in second with 10 laps and 4:07, and Dennis third, 8 laps and 4:03. See, you should. You need an orange shirt. That was the problem. You need the orange shirt. That was the issue. Don't blame the batteries. Iggy, you got to plug in your transponder. Yep, you're not checking in. Huh? Oh, that's not yours. That's Mike's. Okay, never mind. See? Let's see. Harrison's out there. Dennis is out there. Sean's going to be out there. I need one more turn marshal, guys. One more turn marshal. Thank you, bud. You're checked in. Your pit team's on point tonight. Pit crew's on point. All right. Race number 2 out of 6. Time to be is 15 laps in 5:15, set by Brian Miller in round number 1. So that will be the time to beat. Brian Miller, you are going on the horn in less than 5. Iggy. Mike Olds. And we're off. Race number 2, round 2. For anybody who's never been here before, I see some new faces. This is the second round of qualifying. They are racing against the clock, not each other. Remember, guys, if you're hungry or thirsty, get it right now while you can. Last call for concessions. Dennis, right there, Dennis. And right now, we're coming up on that 1 down and 4 to go. Mike Olds is in the lead on a 16-lap 5:01 pace. That's Mike Olds right there in the blue and green and the orange rims. Brian Miller in that black and orange. He's currently right now in second. Iggy in third. Iggy in the orange and blue and white. Brian Miller in second right now. He is 11 seconds back off the leader. Both Mike and Brian are ahead of the TQ. And now Brian Miller only 2 seconds back off the leader. And let's see what happens when Mike Olds crosses right here. Mike Olds, last lap, 18.5. So he is hooked this round. And right now, we're at the 2 down, less than 3 to go. That is your leader right there. He's upside down, but nope, he got out of it. Oh, look at that. That was a... Oh, what was that? With that now moves up Brian Miller into the lead. Mike Olds down in the second. .220 to go. Mike got robbed. Mike, though, you're only 2 seconds back off the leader. 2 minutes ago, guys. Up next will be race 3. That will be four-wheel buggy. It will be Dakota Giles, Brian Miller, and Jordan Rick. And there it is. Mike Olds back up into the lead. Brian Miller down in the second and Iggy in third. Right now, Mike and Brian still ahead of the original TQ set in round number 1. Brian Miller, you're only 1/10 back off the leader behind Mike Olds. And we have one upside down here. Don't worry, it's just Iggy. 1:15 to go. And less than 1 to go. Less than 1 to go. Oh, man. Look, that was a kerfuffle. That was a big kerfuffle. 45 seconds. That can only help Iggy. $15 seconds to go. Mike Olds right now on a 15-lap, 5:11 pace, 4 seconds ahead of the TQ. 5 seconds to go. If he can hold it, he will get the new TQ. Race is over. Keep going until I tell you done. Brian, you're done. Oh, that's get him back on that. There we go. Good. Iggy, you're done. No pressure on holding the TQ. Caution Mike going over this tabletops. There we go. Oh, you can't go. Mike, you're done. Mike Olds takes the victory. 15 laps in 5:20. Brian taking second, 14 laps in 5 flat. Iggy taking third, 14 laps in 5:07. Brian Miller still holds on to the TQ. Guys, do not go reverse when the race is over. Don't go the opposite way. Finish the lap you're on because drivers are still coming around. Track could be hot. Well, if you got Hardee's, that's. All right, turn marshals. My drivers are out here. I need 2 volunteers, please. You got Iggy. He's out there. Mike Olds is coming out. I know he will be out there. And I need 2 volunteers. I need 1 for Brian Miller, and I need 1 volunteer. So 2 total. Come on, I need 2 more turn marshals, guys. Need 2 more turn marshals. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Oh. What was the time? It was like 4 seconds, 5 seconds. Oh, is that what it was? Yeah, you got one of those fancy chargers too. Always an excuse. Always an excuse. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Hey, how tall is your, do you have high shoes or boots? Okay. Just just checking. Cuz it is getting deep. All right, time to beat is 15 laps and 5:10 set by Jordan Rick. That will be the time to beat. Race number 3 out of 6, round number 2, four-wheel drive buggy. Jordan Rick, you are on the horn in less than 5. Brian Miller. Dakota Giles. And we're off. Caution going down the back straight. And it's cleared. Oh, man. So Mike Olds' new race name is Mike's Excuses Olds. Rod! Coming up on that 1 down and 4 to go. Jordan Rick right now in the lead, and he is ahead of the TQ set by him in round number 1 by 1 lap. He is currently right now on a 16-lap 5:02 pace. Brian Miller in second on a 12-lap 5:11 pace. And Dakota, you are not counting. There you go. Going so fast, it passed the radar. Mike is getting a workout over here. Jordan Rick, last lap, 18.5. Fastest lap in this race so far. Coming up on 2 down, 3 to go. Iggy. Watch your corners, drivers, or turn marshals. Less than 3 to go. At 2:45 to be exact. With that scuffle right there, Jordan Rick is at a TQ by 2 seconds. And he's back ahead of it with an 18.4 last lap. That is the fastest lap in this race. You're running order with 2:25 to go. It's Jordan Rick, Brian Miller, and Dakota Giles. And right now we're at that 2-minute mark. 2 minutes, less than 2 to go. Up next, race 4, stock buggy, Mike McFarland, Vince McMahon, Nelson Marsh, and Jim Anderson. 1:20 to go in this race. It's still Jordan Rick right now on a 15-lap, 5:11 pace. He is 1 second behind the TQ. Brian Miller on a 13-lap, 5:01 pace, and Dakota Giles on 11-lap pace. That is your three. And right now we got less than one to go. It looks like Brian Miller having some technical difficulties. So right now we are down to 2. And that is your leader right there in the all yellow. "30 seconds to go. Ten seconds. Race is over. Keep going until I tell you you're done. Keep going. Rick, Jordan, Rick, you're done. And Dakota, you're done. Jordan Rick taking the victory, and he keeps his original TQ time, 15 laps and 5:20. He finishes race in 15 laps and 5:13. Dakota Giles coming in second, 12 laps and 5:13. That is it for race number 3. Right now it's race number 4, stock buggy. All right, looks like all my drivers are checked in, waiting for my turn marshals. Turn marshals should be Dakota Giles, Brian Miller, Jordan Rick, and one volunteer, please. One volunteer. My drivers are checked in. I need turn marshals. Jordan Rick, where are you at? My drivers are checked in, guys. I need one more turn marshal. One more. My drivers are ready to start this race. One more turn, Marshall. Who can volunteer? I need one more. Come on, guys. I need one more volunteer. Thank you, Sean. All right, guys, let's do this. All right, time to beat. Race number 4 out of 6, round number 2. This is Stock Buggy. Time to beat is 18 laps and 5:13, set by Mr. Jim Anderson in that white buggy. So that's the time to beat. Jim Anderson, you are going on the horn in less than 5. Nelson Marsh, Mike McFarland, Vince McMahon. And we're off. Race number 4 out of 6. And right now it's Jim Anderson lead him on an 18-lap, 5:16 pace. He is right now currently 3 seconds behind his original TQ. Mike McFarland in second on a 17-lap, 5-flat pace. Nelson Marsh in third on a 17-lap, 5:08 pace. And right now we have one down and less than 4 to go. Vince McMahon in fourth. He's only 1/10 back off of third behind Nelson. And there it is. Vince McMahon moves up in the third. Jim Anderson falls down to third. Nelson Marsh in fourth. Mike McFarland right now in the lead. Vince McMahon currently right now is in second. And now falls down to third. Jim Anderson moves back up in the second. 3:20 to go. Mike McFarland last lap was a 17.2, but Jim Anderson follows that with a 17.1. That is the fastest lap in this race so far. And Jim Anderson down to third. Vince McMahon now moves up in the second with 2 down, less than 3 to go. Last lap for him was a 19.2. Nelson Marsh right now currently is in fourth, but he is right now 1 second back off of third behind Jim Anderson. He had a 17.4 last lap around. He is in an all red buggy right there. Caution going down that. Yeah, you knew that was all going to be all bad either way, Vince. And right now we're at that less than 2 to go. Less than 2 to go. It is Mike McFarland, Jim Anderson, Vince McMahon, and Nelson Marsh. That is a run in order. Nelson Marsh in that fourth spot right now, 8 seconds back off the third behind Vince. Vince right now just a few seconds back off of second behind Jim. And new fast lap in this race set by Jim Anderson with a 17 flat. And that is in lap 11. And Jim Anderson right now in the lead. Mike McFarland falls to second. Vince in third. Vince McMahon right now only 1 second behind Mike for second. Less than 1 to go. And there it is. Vince McMahon now moves up in the second. Jim Anderson falls to third. And Vince McMahon right now only 1 second back off the leader behind Mike McFarland. There it is. Vince McMahon moves up into the lead. They are still 1 lap behind the TQ, though. And 30 seconds to go. All 4 right now in the 17-lap club. Last laps around. Jim Anderson in second right now, 2 seconds back off the leader behind Vince, 5 seconds. Race is over. Race it out. Keep going until I tell you you're done. Up next will be independent stock. Jim Anderson, you're done. Independent stock buggy, pull him on up. Vince, everybody's done. Vince McMahon takes a victory, 16 laps in 5:02. Jim Anderson coming in second with 16 laps in 5:05. Mike McFarland taking third, 16 laps in 5:07. Nelson Marsh coming in fourth, 16 laps in 5:09. Good racing. And Jim Anderson still holds the TQ with 18 laps in 5:13, setting round number 1. That's going to be a good race in the mains. All right, just waiting for Brian Miller and Dakota to check in. I see him over there. Here, let me give you a chair back. Is Dakota going to make it? Okay. All right, looks like all my drivers are checked in, and here we're ready to rock. Excuse me. All right, time to beat is 16 laps and 5:09, set by Iggy Schmidt, wearing the Dennis Ramsey orange special. So that is the time to beat. Iggy Schmidt, you are going on the horn in less than 5. Travis, Tony, Brian, Mike, Blaine, and Dakota. And we're off race number 5 out of 6, round 2. Remember, time to beat 16 laps in 5:09. Here, you want And right now we're coming up on that 1 down and 4 to go. Right now it is Iggy Schmidt right now in the lead on a 17-lap, 5:17 pace. Mike Olds right now in the lead. Iggy moves down into 6. Mike Olds right now currently is your leader, and he is ahead of the TQ by 4 seconds on a 16-lap, 5:05 pace. Travis Marenshaw in second on a 15-lap, 5:03 pace. Iggy moves back up in the third. Down and now Blaine Carrig in third, 15 laps in 5:07. Iggy in fourth. Brian. Now Brian Miller up in the second. Back down in the fourth. 3:20 to go. This thing is changing all over the place. It is Mike, Blaine, Brian, Iggy, Tony, and Travis Marenshaw. That's the running order. I don't know, Dakota, I don't know if you're counting. I don't think you are. Oh. It's not. Dakota, you're not picking up. Mike Olds right now is your leader on a 16-lap, 5:14 pace. He is out of the TQ by 5 seconds. Iggy Schmidt, though, on a 16-lap, 5:19 pace. 5:19 pace. Iggy right now is 2 seconds back off the leader behind Mike. Brian Miller in the third spot on a 15-lap, 5:02 pace. Followed by Blaine in fourth, Tony in fifth, Travis in sixth, and Dakota, yeah, you're not counting. And right now we're at that 2-minute mark. 2 minutes to go, guys. 2 minutes to go. Tony right now in the fifth spot, 3 seconds back off of fourth behind Blaine. Iggy right now 2 seconds back off the leader. And Brian Miller in third. He is right now 5 seconds back off of second behind Mike Olds, who is now down in the second. Iggy Schmidt in the lead now. And right now we're at that 1 minute mark. 1 minute to go, guys. And Iggy Schmidt right now is ahead of his original TQ by 1 second. 16 laps and 5:08 is his pace. Mike Olds in second. Right now, Mike is 5 seconds back off the leader behind Iggy. Iggy is now at a TQ by 3 seconds. And Mike right now is behind Iggy by 1 second. And that is Travis Marenshaw right there upside down. 30 seconds to go, and he is clear. Watch out in the back. Caution in the back. And we're clear. 20 seconds to go. Iggy laying down an 18.5 last lap. Or I'm sorry, 18.6. Mike Olds now up into the lead with an 18.5 that last lap. 5 seconds to go. Up next will be Modified Buggy, race 6. Pull them on up. Race is over. Keep going until I tell you you're done. Keep going. Keep going. Remember, drivers, when you're done, do not drive reverse. Travis, you're done. Oh, Iggy, you're done. Tony, you're done. Caution over here over the line. Caution on the line. Caution on the line. Everybody is done. Iggy Schmidt taking victory. 16 laps in 5:12. Mike Olds coming in second with 16 laps in 5:13. Brian Miller coming in third, 16 laps in 5:16. Iggy still holds the TQ from round number 1, followed by Tony, Blaine, and Travis. All right, turn marshals, where are you guys at? All right, just waiting for Billy Easton to check in and Mike McFarland to check in. There's Mike right now. I need my turn marshals from race number 5. All right, where's my turn marshals, guys? I got 2 of them out there. Where are my turn marshals? Mike Olds, Travis Marenshaw, Dakota Giles, Brian Miller, Iggy. I mean, it's like pulling teeth. All right. All right, we're ready to rock. All right. Race number 6 of the 6. This is the last round, or the last race of the second round. Time to beat is 18 laps and 5:11, set by Billy Easton, so that's the time to beat. Modified buggy, we're off. Billy Easton, you are going on the horn in less than 5. Mason McCombs, Mike McFarland, Jordan Rick, and William. And we're off. Remember, time to beat is 18 laps and 5:09. I'm sorry, 5:11, set by Billy Easton. Right now, currently, Mason McCombs is your leader, and he's ahead of the TQ. 18 laps and 5:09 is his pace. Billy Easton in second, 1 second back off the leader. Billy Easton last lap, 16.6. Mike McFarland in that third spot on a 16 lap, 5:17 pace, and Billy Easton right now in the lead. And Mason McCombs down in the second. William in fourth, and Jordan Rick in fifth. Mason McCombs right now in second. He is 2 seconds back off the leader. New fast lap for Billy Easton, 16.4, coming in lap 5. Billy's in that 16 club. $3:15 to go in this race. And we have a caution going down the back straight. And we are now clear. And right now we're at that 3-minute mark. Iggy, we got we got one going upside down in the back straight. We have a caution, and we're clear. Caution down the back straight. And we are now clear again. 2:30 to go. It's still Billy, 16.8 last lap. Mason McCombs in second. Mike McFarland in third. William in fourth, and Jordan Rick in fifth. Jordan right now is only 4 seconds back off of fourth behind William, and there it is now. And we got the and right now we got lesson 2. Billy last lap was a 16.8. Mason last lap 17.1. And Mason falls with a 17.2. And we have a pile up down the back straight. And we're clear again. $1:15 to go in this race. $1:15 to go. Billy right now is 6 seconds behind his original TQ. And less than 1 to go. Less than 1 to go. Mike McFarland, your last lap was a 17.3. Billy Easton, though, in a 16-second club. Last lap, 16.7 for Billy Easton. Mason McCombs and Mike McFarland both have a 17-second lap. 30 seconds to go. $15 seconds. Caution his first turn right here. Race is over. Keep going until I tell you you're done. Keep going. And that's your leader right there. And you are done. Billy Easton, you're done. Mike McFarland, you're done. Mason, you're done. Jordan Rick, you're done. And William, you're done. Billy Easton takes a victory. 18 laps in 5:14. Still holds the TQ from round number 1. Mason McCombs coming in second with 17 laps in 5:17. And Mike coming in third, 16 laps in 5:12, followed by William and Jordan. All right, guys, that's it for round number 2. I'm going to set up the heats. We're going to take a 15-minute intermission, and then we'll go into our mains, and I'll come out there with the mains. Guys, if you have a tab, please come and pay it at the hobby shop. I need 2 with race fees, Jim and Dennis Ramsey. Track is open for practice. right, guys, let's do this. Let's get into our mains. Yes, novice is first. All right, guys, come. That's the special one right there. Yep. All right, novice A main, or novice A main is only one main. There we go. My drivers should be Harrison, Sean, and Dennis. Yeah, right here. Shop is closed. Just made the announcement. Shop is closed. All right, turn marshals should be drivers from race 6. Modified buggy drivers, come. You're my turn marshals. No, you have to race, not Todd. All right, just waiting for Sean Schmidt to check in. And turn marshals, let's see, Mason's out there. Thank you, sir. I don't know your first name. Billy Easton's out there, thank you. Mike McFarland's out there. All right, looks like my drivers are checked in. Let's pull them to the back, guys. In round number 2, with a qualifying time of 12 laps and 4:16, it's going to be Harrison Davis on that first line on the back straight. There you go. In the second spot, it's going to be Sean Schmidt. And in that third spot, it's going to be Todd Ramsey. All right, ready to rock? All right. For anybody here is new, hasn't seen this before, they're all racing against each other. This is our mains. Novice, you are all going on the horn in less than 5. And we're off. And Sean and Todd spin out right there. And Sean now still holding on to that second spot. Oh, and he flips upside down right there, but he's clear. Let's see. And Todd coming up right behind. Well, he did. Todd, you need the Dennis Ramsey bright orange special. And we have the leader right there in that buggy. He's going down the back straight. Oh, Sean hit that. Oh, he is out. Caution going down the back straight. Oh, man, Sean, I saw that. He's still good. 2:45 to go in the race. 2:45 to go. Man, that was a nasty crash. So, Todd, looks like you are up for at least second. 2:35 to go. And Todd lets the leader. That is the leader right there in that buggy. I know, Iggy. It's a rough one. And right now we're coming up on that 2-minute mark. Yep. And Harrison Davis. There he is in that buggy. He is your leader. He's also your TQ man. And he right now putting 18.4 last lap for Harrison. Oh, let's see what he was going to get with that one, but 22.1 last lap for Harrison. Todd, you had a 24.9. We're at that 1-minute mark. Up next will be Stock Truck. I don't have my glasses with me. Who's in there? Brian Miller, Mike Olds, and Iggy Schmidt. Yeah. There's a nice little jump there, Todd. And there, race is over. When you cross, you're going to be done. And there he is going over the double with the TQ. And when he crosses, he's also going to take the win today. Harrison Davis, you are done taking the victory. And Todd Ramsey, when you cross, you're going to be done taking the second spot. And the race is over, guys. Waiting for Sean Schmidt, Todd Ramsey, and Harrison Davis. You guys are my turn marshals. I need one more turn marshal. And I'm waiting for Iggy Schmidt to check in. Come on, guys. You should be. Come on down. Need one more turn marshal, guys. Need one more turn marshal. One more turn marshal. I can't get the race going without a turn marshal. You guys want to get out of here tonight? Let's go. One right here by the driver's stand. There we go. Thank you. Thank you, Travis. All right, guys, let's pull them on up to the back. With a qualifying time of 15 laps and 5:15, it is going to be Mr. Brian Miller. In the second spot, it's going to be Mike Olds. And in that third spot, it's going to be Iggy Schmidt. All right, guys. Oh, you're gonna do that? Okay. All right. Let's see what happens. Stock truck. All three of you are going on the horn in less than 5. And we're off. Let's see. That's Brian Miller right there in the black and orange, but Mike Olds jumps right over on top of him and take the lead right off the bat. Mike Olds in the green and blue with the orange rims. Oh, and Brian Miller got the wreck, so Iggy moves up into the second spot. And now Iggy moves up into the lead. It's the power of the orange shirts. And Mike Olds right there, right behind him. But Brian Miller coming up right behind Mike Olds. Iggy right there is your leader. And right now we're at that one down. 4 to go, guys. 4 to go. And Iggy Schmidt right there with a pretty good, well, and Mike upside down. Oh, and now Brian Miller moves up in the third, and your leader's upside down to back straight. Oh, and he got nailed by Brian. All right, they're all clear. Oh, and Brian Miller upside down. And Mike Olds now up into the lead. And Iggy up there right behind him. Tried to close the inside, but Mike closed it. Oh, and then Iggy riding the pipe. So that is going to... Oh, and Sean falls. And Sean... And now Brian Miller now moves up into third, or in the second. So right now your leader is Mike Olds, Brian Miller in that second spot, and Iggy in that third spot. Oh, your leader is upside down. Your leader is upside down, and he is clear. And right now we're coming up on that 2-minute mark. Two minutes to go. Mike Olds is leading them on with 2 minutes to go. Oh, and Iggy was right there, right behind Brian Miller, too, trying to get up in the second. But with that crash, puts Brian Miller a little bit more up in front. 1:35 to go in this race. Up next, race 3, four-wheel drive. You guys should pull them on up. And your leader, Mike Olds, trying to put a lap down on these guys. Put a lap up. And the leader right there coming up on traffic. Iggy, though, right behind Brian Miller, trying to get up in the second. And right now, we got less than one to go. It is Mike Olds, Brian Miller, and Iggy Schmidt. Iggy all over Brian Miller, trying to get in the second, but he has a big crash right there, so it moves up Brian Miller just a little bit more, gives him more advantage. And Mike Olds right there in the blue and green with the orange rims. That is your leader going down the back straight. No pressure for Mike Olds. He right now will be in cruise control with 20 seconds to go. I guarantee he's shaking right now. 5 seconds. And there he is. You're done, Brian. There he is, taking the victory. Mike Olds. Brian Miller coming in second. And there he is, Iggy Schmidt. When he crosses, he will be taking third. Good race, guys. Mike Olds taking the victory. Brian Miller coming in second. Iggy in third. All right, that is it for race number 2. Right now, it is race number 3. Four-wheel drive. Also, we'll need 2 volunteer turn marshals, 1 for Brian Miller, and I need another volunteer turn marshal, please. Can you help out, Todd? Yeah, you got it. Thank you. Remember, guys, stay after for the awards and the pictures. Also, if you are leaving, you're taking off? You're not. Remember, guys, stay for the pictures and the awards at the end. Also, we want to make sure everybody has a, if you're leaving, have a safe drive home. Yep. All right, just waiting for Dakota to check in. I need one more turn marshal. One more turn marshal. Thank you, Dennis. Mike Olds is giving his I got you. I didn't want to say I told you so, but I told you so. checked in. All right, let's ready to rock. All right, guys. In that first spot with a qualifying time of 15 laps and 5:10, it's going to be Jordan Rick. In the second spot, it's going to be Brian Miller. And in that third and final spot, it's going to be Dakota Giles. All right, drivers are ready, turn marshals are ready, modified four-wheel mod, or four-wheel drive, whatever you want to say it. Little tongue twister there, sorry. Everyone on the horn, less than 5. And we're off. And it looks like Dakota and Brian got into a little bit of a crash there. And Jordan Rick right now is your leader. He's in the all yellow right there. And Brian Miller and Dakota Giles. Oh, and right now, Brian Miller is on the pipe, so that moves up Dakota Giles right now in the second. And I think Brian took it right back. Yep, Brian Miller is in that purple and blue. He is currently in second. Your leader in the all yellow, that is the bright yellow, that is Jordan Rick. One down, less than 4 to go. Jordan Rick laying 17 laps, 17-second laps. Oh, and one of them's upside down. And Mike Olds flings him up, puts him back on the track, and we're clear. 3:30 to go in this race. And there is Dakota Giles in the all, I think, teal. And Jordan Rick pretty hooked out there. Lane 18, 19, 17-second laps, consistent. And we got less than 3 to go, less than 3 to go. And the leader right there is on the pipe. And we with 2:30 left in this race, up next will be Stock Buggy, Jim Anderson, Nelson Marsh, Vince McMahon, Mike McFarland. You guys are up in 2 minutes and 15 seconds in Stock Buggy. So there they go, down the back straight. Brian Miller right there, right behind Dakota Giles. And Brian Miller now took second right back. And you're, hey, Iggy. $130 to go, $130 to go. It is Jordan, Brian, and Dakota. That's the running order. And right now it is Brian and Dakota battling out for second and third. And it looks like Dakota right there is in second. No, that's Brian Miller. And it looks like Dakota, you stopped. Less than 1 to go. I think you stopped counting. Oh, let me see when you pass here. There's Brian. No, that's Dakota. This. 30 seconds to go. That's Brian Miller, yeah. Ten seconds to go. Race is over. When you cross, you're going to be done. There he is, Jordan Rick, taking the TQN win today. And then when they cross, you guys are going to be done. And Brian Miller taking second. Dakota, you stopped counting a while back ago. You're having some transponder issues. All right, my turn marshals, where you guys at? We got 1, 2. Okay. There's Brian. Jordan, waiting for Dakota Giles. There he is. All right, guys, let's get it up in the back with a qualifying time of 18 laps and 5:13 in round number 1. In that white buggy, it's going to be Jim Anderson. In that red buggy, in that second spot, Nelson Marsh. In with the checkerboard body, it's going to be Vince McMahon in that third spot. And there he is in that fourth spot, Mike McFarland. This is going to be a good race. All right, guys, turn marshals are ready. Drivers are ready. Everyone on the horn in less than 5. And we're off. Let's see what happens. Stock buggy. It is Mike McFarland in that second spot. Nelson Marsh in third. Vince in fourth. And Jim Anderson lead them on. Mike McFarland coming up behind Jim Anderson. And Vince catching up to those guys. Nelson Marsh in fourth. So Mike McFarland right now all over Jim Anderson. There he is in the leader in the white going down the back straight. And your second place driver now, Mike McFarland, coming up behind him. Oh, and he crashes upside down. And that's going to catch up Vince. to try to get into second. Oh, and he caught the... And Vince McMahon now in second. Mike McFarland in third. And Jim Anderson all out by himself right now. Vince McMahon right there in that second spot. And Nelson Marsh now moves up in the third. Mike McFarland down in the fourth. And right now we're coming up on that 2 down, 3 to go. And there he is in that all white. Jim Anderson lead him on with 3 minutes left in this race. And we have a battle right there. Oh, and their leader, or your third place driver right there, was caught on the pipe. And he was coming up. There he is, coming up behind Vince. Nelson Marsh right now coming up behind Vince McMahon, trying to get into second. Nelson Marsh in that red buggy. Oh, we have one upside down there. And Nelson Marsh now moves up into second. Vince down in the third. With 2 minutes to go, it is Jim Anderson, Nelson Marsh, Vince McMahon, and Mike McFarland. That's the running order. Up next will be race 5, independent stock buggy. You'll be out 1 minute and 45 seconds. And there it is, Nelson Marsh, Vince McMahon right there, right behind him, trying to get back up in the second. Oh, and he caught the pipe. Your leader right there in the all-white, Jim Anderson, he is on rails. He is in cruise control right now with coming up on that 1 minute mark. One minute to go, guys. 1 minute to go. You have a battle for position between second and third, Nelson Marsh and Vince McMahon. Nelson currently right now is in second. Vince McMahon in third. Vince trying to get behind him, trying to get into second. And Nelson Marsh on the pipe, so that moves up Vince McMahon a little bit closer. "25 seconds. And there they go, 2 and 3. But your leader way out at front. Way out at front. "10 seconds to go. Vince all over him. And this is the last lap. Race is over. When you cross, you're going to be done. Mike, you're going to be taken fourth. And there he is, taking the TQN win today. Jim Anderson and Nelson Marsh holding off on second and just waiting for Vince McMahon, and he'll be taking third. Good race, guys. Independent stock buggy, just waiting for Brian. There's Dakota coming out now. Brian's checked in. All right, all my drivers are checked in. All right, excellent. All right, guys, let's get them gridded up. In with a qualifying time in round number 1 with 16 laps and 5:09, it's going to be Iggy Schmidt. In that second spot, it's going to be Mr. Mike Olds. In the third spot, it's going to be Brian Miller. In the fourth spot, it's going to be Travis Marenshaw. In the fifth spot, it's going to be Tony Carrig. In the sixth spot, it's going to be Blaine Carrig. And in that final spot, it's going to be Dakota Giles. All right. This should be a good one, guys. Independent stock buggy. Everyone's going to be on the horn in less than 5. And we're off. Nice start. Nice clean start. And there he is right there leading them on. Oh, and Brian Miller now moves up in the second. And Mike Olds down in the third. And Tony and Blaine. Tony in fourth and Blaine in fifth. And you got it right there. Iggy kind of moved out up front. He's a pretty good advantage. Brian Miller right there in the lead. And Mike Olds in third. I'm sorry, Brian Miller in second. And Mike Olds in third. Oh, and Mike Olds hits the pipe. Let's see which one that is now up into third. Who is that, Tony? We'll see when he crosses. No, Blaine. I'm sorry, Blaine. And we got one down, less than 4 to go. Travis Marenshaw all over Blaine, trying to get up in the third. And Mike Olds moves down in the fifth. Your leader right there in the orange and blue going down the back straight. That is Iggy Schmidt. He's also the TQ. And Brian Miller. And Travis Marenshaw moves up in the third. Oh, and then he falls back down in the fifth. Mike Olds now moves up in the third. And Blaine now down into fourth. And Travis Marenshaw in fifth. Tony in sixth. And Dakota Giles in seventh. Oh, and you got a little bit of rubbing right there. Oh, and that's Travis Marenshaw upside down. Caution going down in the front straight, and we're clear. So it's Iggy, Brian, Blaine, Mike, Travis, Tony, and Dakota. And Mike Olds right there in fourth. He is all over Blaine, trying to get in the third. And Iggy right now in the leader, coming up on traffic. 2:45 to go in this race. Oh, and Mike Olds now moves up in the third. And then that's Brian Miller upside down. So Mike Olds comes up right behind him. And Mike Olds trying to fight for getting the position here for second. Oh, and they both wreck. And then Blaine right there comes up out in second right now. Blaine Carrig. And Mike Olds in third. And right now we're at the end. We got one car on the pipe. 2 of them actually. And right now we're at that 2-minute mark. It is Iggy leading them on, followed by Mike Olds in second. No, Mike Olds in fourth, sorry. Wrong car. Blaine Carrick in second. Travis Marenshaw in third. 1:35 to go. And Mike Olds right there all over Travis Marenshaw trying to get in third. And look at it, Mike Olds there right behind Travis Marenshaw. You have a battle between 3 and 4. Iggy, and with 1 minute to go, Iggy Schmidt right now in cruise control. He is way out in front. Let him go by. Yeah, you are right now in a big lead. Right now, the battles between third and fourth, between Travis and Marenshaw and Mike Olds. And now Travis Marenshaw catching up to Blaine Carrick for second. So Travis Marenshaw catching up to Blaine. 15 seconds to go. Ten seconds. And there he is. Here we go. When they cross the line for 3 and 4, and Blaine Garrett takes the second spot. Travis Marenshaw taking third. Mike Olds, you'll be taking fourth. Tony fifth. And there he is, taking the TQ and win tonight. Iggy Schmidt. And we're just waiting for Dakota. Everybody's done. Dakota, you're having some transponder issues. Iggy Schmidt taking the victory. Blaine Carrick coming in second. And Travis Marenshaw taking third. Good race, guys. Last race of tonight. It is Modified Buggy. Billy Easton, Mason McCombs, Mike McFarland, Jordan Rick, and William. Just waiting for Billy Easton and Mike McFarland to check in. There we go. All right. All right, guys. Last race of this is going to be the Thanksgiving race right here. Oh, where did my turn marshal go? All right, there. Oh, okay. All right, let's get him gridded up in the first spot with a qualifying time of 18 laps and 5:11 in round number 1. It is Billy Easton. In the second spot, it's going to be Mason McCombs. In the third spot, it's going to be Mike McFarland. In that fourth spot, it's going to be Jordan Rick. And in that final spot, it's going to be William Kazanzas. All right, drivers are ready. Turn marshals are ready. Gobble, gobble. Here we go. Everyone on the horn in less than 5. And we're off. Modified buggy. And Mason McCombs right now in the lead. Billy Easton in second. And Mike McFarland in third. And Billy Easton took that lead right back. And that is your third place driver right there. And Mason McCombs coming up right behind Billy Easton. Oh, and he caught the turn just wrong. He ain't no mistakes in this one. And there's your third place driver right there across the line. That is Mike McFarland. Mason right now 5 seconds back. And we got one down, less than 4 to go. Caution going down the back straight, and we're clear. Your leader right there in the all white, that's the white, I think silver or white serpent. That is Billy Easton right now leading them on. Mason McCombs in that white and red in the associated. And Mike McFarland with that crash with Mason McCombs crashing. Mike McFarland now comes up right behind him trying to get into second. And you got 2 down and less than 3 to go. Mike McFarland all over Mason McCombs trying to get into second. And there they go, 2 and 3 down the back straight. And Billy Easton puts him down a lap. Billy Easton right now is leading him on. He's right now in cruise control. Back straight, back straight, back straight, back straight. Caution, back straight. And we got less than 2 to go, less than 2 to go. And right now, Jordan, Rick, there's your battle. There's a battle between 4th and 5th between William and Jordan. And it looks like Mike has to pull it off. So right now moves up William in the 3rd spot, Jordan in the 4th spot. And Jordan, and William right there. Looks like that was William who went upside down. And Jordan Rick now moves up in the 3rd, but he just flipped it right there. And right now we're at that 1 minute mark. 1 minute to go. It is Billy, Mason, Jordan, and William. And this was no competition for Billy Easton. He just put the smackdown on Mason. You should be ashamed of yourself. 20 seconds to go. 15 seconds. It's Billy, Mason, Jordan, and William. But there is a battle right now for third. Oh, and your third place driver upside down. And there comes William with 2 seconds at the last second, taking third. William taking the third spot at that last second. Jordan taking fourth. And there he is, taking the TQ win today. Billy Easton. Mason McCombs, when you cross your none, you're taking second. And the race is over, guys. At the last second, William taking that third spot. What a finish there for third. All right, that is it for today's Racing Gobble Gobble. They're going to be coming out, taking the pictures. Remember, guys, have a safe travels for the holiday. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Thank you for coming out to New Red Hobbies and racing. And Mike will be coming out doing the awards. Yep. I think that's 6 there. Yep. It's all there. All right, guys. Here. Oh, you'll get a minute. Mike's coming out there now. Novice, start pulling your cars out for your pictures and for the pictures and your medallions. You're going to need Harrison Davis, Todd Ramsey, and Sean Schmidt. Where's Harrison? Did Harrison leave? Harrison. Oh, there he is. Where's Todd Ramsey? All right. Harrison took the TQ and win. Sean Schmidt took third. And Todd took second, but I guess he left. Oh, Ramsey, come on. We need you guys out here. All right, Todd took second. Stock truck. Danny, you might have to help him with the picture there. Because Mike Olds is in this one. Stock truck, Mike Olds took the victory. Brian Miller took the TQ in second. And Iggy took third. right, modified buggy. Jordan Rick, Brian Miller, and Dakota Giles. Jordan Rick did take the TQ and win. Brian Miller took second. And Dakota Giles took third. Hey, have a happy Thanksgiving. Safe travels. All right, stock buggy. Jim Anderson, Nelson Marsh, and Vince McMahon. Jim Anderson taking the TQ and win in this race. Nelson Marsh coming in second, and Vince taking third. Independent stock buggy, Iggy Schmidt, Blaine Kerrig, and Travis Marenshaw. Iggy Schmidt did take the TQ and win. Blaine took second. And Travis Marenshaw took third. Danny. Jim Anderson. Modified buggy. Billy Easton, TQ and win. Mason McCombs. And William Constanzas. Where's William? You got third in this race. All right, Billy Easton take the TQ and win. Mason McCombs came in second, and William at the last second taking third. All right, guys, that's it for me. Everyone have a happy Thanksgiving. Have a happy Thanksgiving, and we will see you Saturday. Remember, Saturday is the money races. Independent stock buggy and stock buggy, $50 to the winners in each class. Saturday. We'll see you then. Have a safe holidays. Eat a lot of turkey. Save some for the fat guy.